Companies and organizations, in order to offer their products, need to provide a range of support services that allow them to carry out their activity. This is where the professionals of the organizations and business sector come into action. The people who work in this sector carry out essential support tasks. First, we find the activities related to business management. The consolidation and growth of companies depends to a large extent on the correct management of their material and human resources. Thus, this subsector includes professionals who define and implement corporate strategy, those who are in charge of the administrative management of the company, those who deal with trade, those who specialize in people and talent management, as well as those who ensure occupational health and safety in the work environment. Next, we find a subsector specialized in the field of finance. This includes professionals who specialize in financial management, both working at the same company itself and at insurance companies, consulting companies, audit companies, and organizations specialized in investment or treasury. Thirdly, in their daily operation, companies also need marketing and public relations services in order to be able to transmit to their customers what defines them as a company and what their differential value is. In this subsector, we find professionals specialized in the field of marketing, SEO, and social media, as well as in the field of public relations and institutional communication. Finally, in order to carry out their activity, companies also need legal and security services. Companies need professional services to help them deal with the risk or unfavorable situations they may encounter in order to eliminate them or at least reduce them to acceptable levels. They also need legal advice in order to know the legal frameworks in which their activity moves, as well as to be able to deal with legal actions if necessary. The provision of professional services in the organizations and business sector is usually organized in two ways. First of all, these services can be incorporated into the structure of the business or organization itself, such as administrative, trade, or recruitment services. Secondly, companies specialized in the provision of these services are also common, which are hired externally by companies and organizations. Some examples are communication companies, legal services, and consulting companies that advise on fiscal and financial services. The growth of this sector has been sustained since the end of the 20th century, which shows its vitality and value contribution, standing at an average of 13% of GDP in the OECD countries. The city of Barcelona employs about 46,000 professionals in administration and auxiliary services activities. All areas of professional activity in this sector shows a growing evolution. For the whole of Barcelona, its contribution to GDP is close to 16%. Today, organizations and businesses are developing in an increasingly complex and constantly changing environment. A prime example of this is the process of digital transformation in which society is immersed. The digitalization agenda is present in companies and organizations, transforming the way of working and increasing the digital component of the products and services they offer. At the same time, progress is being made towards less hierarchical and flatter organizational structure that demand more collaborative leadership. Besides, society is demanding to move towards a more egalitarian and diverse business fabric that shapes a corporate culture which incorporates people with different backgrounds and experiences. All professionals working in the organization and business sector play a structural role within the company, as they carry out tasks that they are essential for the company to function. That is why employment in this sector is expected to continue to increase in the coming years. However, the professionals involved must have a high capacity to adapt to changes and be flexible. As professionals who will promote changes and transformation in companies, they must be very permeable to innovation. Do you want to be one of the drivers of change in the organization and businesses of the future?